once we're comfortable in relationships, we can fixate on our partners and pour everything into them, which is great. But we oftentimes get taken for granted, doing this not because we're not enough, but because we are doing too much. We get hyper-focused on a person as if they are the only person in the world. And though this comes off as romantic and sweet in the beginning, it can become detrimental over time for a multitude of reasons. When you're solely focused on your partner, as if other men and women don't exist to the point that you actually forget that they do, this breeds an aura of clinginess, dependency, and total absorption. What does the partner do as a result? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why? Because they don't have to. All you see and care about is them, so there's nothing to work for. The prize is won. But this is a problem because you want to be someone who your partner constantly strives for. Unfortunately, when we give them all of our attention as if others don't exist, your energy gives off a vibe of desperation. Because you've invested every ounce of your intention and attention into this person, causing you to have a laser-like focus on them. So, you'll need to counteract this by creating a subtle shift in your energy by shifting your perspective. You won't need to behave different or play any petty mind games that could potentially sabotage your relationship. All you need to do is open up your perspective by admiring the beauty and the goodness of other people in the world, particularly the gender you're attracted to. Look at other people. Make it a point to acknowledge them and admire them. Give attention and appreciation to all attractive and quality men and women. Why? So that you remember the sun does not rise and set on the person that you are with. The minute you shift your attention from them to admiring the goodness in everyone, you will shift your perspective from holding on tightly to just enjoying and experiencing life with your partner. I think we end up so hurt and devastated in relationships that we have tunnel vision in because it's unrealistic. They are not the only good person in the world. They are not the end, all be all. They are not guaranteed. Nothing is. If you love your partner, that's great, but this has nothing to do with that. This also is not for the sake of making your partner insecure either. This is important to do so that you keep yourself grounded in reality. You empty all of your energy into this one human, then expect them to do the same for you. Masculine energy will rarely do this. They may give full commitment physically, but masculine energy is vividly aware of other people in the world. Hence why men can still look and admire the beauty and presence of others. This is why many men maintain a level of lightness and detachment that many women have not been able to understand. It's logical, though it can tread into disrespect if not handled appropriately. The point is, masculines are hyper-aware of the fact that this world is full of great feminines. They look and they admire. Women, on the other hand, rarely do this so. With that debilitating tunnel vision, we slowly get desperate and cling for dear life. I'm not saying you should sleep around, flirt, or open yourself up to relationships with the other people. I'm not saying the masculines sleep around either. They typically just look. So understand, this is 100% about perspective. And as we know, perspective and mindset makes up our personality and the way we behave. There's an energy signature of clinginess that you give off when you only see one person in a world full of humans. Perspective changes your vibe. It changes the way you speak, interact, everything. Think about this. One woman applies for a job that she desperately wants because she is running low on savings. Another woman applies for multiple jobs, and she still has a good amount of savings. One will obviously have a lighter approach. This is what the awareness of options does to you. It takes a load off. Let's hope you'll continue to grow with the person you're with, because that's typically what we want. But let's not need it. Because to need anyone breeds insecurity. And deep down, we all know this. It's a flawed approach, because anything could happen. They could change. You could change. God forbid death could occur. Anything could happen. This method may sound like I'm telling you to keep your options open, and that's not exactly what I mean to communicate. What I'm saying is keep your perspective grounded in reality. Keep your awareness of your options open. This may be a reason why women always feel the need to keep a man, and men don't have to worry nearly as much about keeping a woman. Simply because society as a whole has led women to believe their identity is found in a partnership. I guarantee you, if you would just open your mind and heart to admiring all of the worthy people of the opposite sex, you will begin to exude an energy of lightheartedness. Because knowing you have the potential to attract great people is a game changer for your confidence. When you begin to exude this mindset, your partner will remember that you are choosing them and you still hold the power of choice. Never allow someone to know that you are no longer able to choose because they are just so great. Masculines need challenge for growth. Stop allowing them to get overly comfortable, but fix it internally and respectfully without the mind games and emotional manipulative tactics. Don't go out flirting with other people because that's obviously wrong and disrespectful. Simply exalt your mindset to the truth that you have options, and you always will. Just keep in mind the sea is full of fish, and you will never starve. It's a beautiful thing to make your partner feel appreciated and secure in the relationship. It's also a beautiful thing to remember that you have love surrounding you because you are on a planet filled with people who have the capacity to love you. This doesn't have to be about romantic interest only. This is important for all relationships. People who have communities of love and support outside of their partnerships are typically more balanced because we are not designed to get everything from one person. We ourselves are multifaceted. We have multiple layers to ourselves. So the more relationships we cultivate to cater to these different aspects, the more light we can be in our approach to dealing with our partner. This is why couples who have a strong support system often go the furthest. Keep your mind and perspective open by remembering you are in a world full of beautiful people. Never get overly fixated on one to the point that you forget that, because it will distort your perception, causing you to exude an energy of need and desperation. The law of detachment will always reign supreme in this world because it is the ultimate truth. If we cling to the idea of one person being our end, we enter a perspective of limitations that won't serve you or your partner. When we respectively keep our mind open, we remind our partners that they should continue growing in the way they love and show up for us, because we are with them by choice, not desperation. It communicates the same thing to ourselves, and this is a great mindset to carry because it translates to knowing how much value you bring and how much value you have available to you. This is a game-changing mindset. Look, acknowledge, and admire. so that you never forget the beauty in humanity and the abundance of love that you have all around you. If you enjoyed this segment, like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to check out other related videos on the channel. See you next time.